Grandpa, tell me another story.
God damn you little ragamuffin! Why do you always want Grandpa to tell you a story? Don't you know your grandpa's old and you should respect your elders and not keep bugging them to tell you stories? What, do you think the only reason the grandpa's here babysitting you is to tell you stories? No! It's because Grandpa needs the babysitting money to buy his malt liquor. God damn it! But anyways, it was back in 1895. The year that God came back. Your grandpa was 5 years old when this giant being of light descended from the heavens and said unto the world, I am God and I have returned. Well, your grandpa, being 5 years old and not a damn fool, was not about to take some giant being of light's word for the fact that he was God. What, does he look like some kind of Native American that you show up with a horse and all of a sudden you're a God? No. Grandpa walked right up to that giant being of light and kicked him right square in the Jimmy knockers. 2 seconds later, that giant, glowing, bald-headed motherfucking man was knocked over, holding his little family jewels in pain and suffering. And your grandpa was like, you ain't no God of mine if he can kick you in your Jimmy knockers and knock you over like that. Now the next thing, this giant glowing man of spite and fire is like, I am God, watch as I make a bush burn. Grandpa was like, screw you, Grandpa can make a bush burn too. So Grandpa walked into the house and got his daddy's lighter. And he lit his own bush on fire and was like, does this make me a God, you glowing son of a bitch? Your grandpa was like, no it doesn't. It makes me an arsonist, just like you. So next, in order to prove that he was God, he said, I, the glowing God thing in the sky, will turn a stick into a snake. Well, he cast down a stick, and right before your grandpa's eyes, it turned into a snake. Your grandpa wasn't impressed, though, with this hocusy-pocusy mumbo-jumbo, and your grandpa rushed into the garage and got himself a hoe. And came back out and whacked that snake dead, and your grandpa was like, well, Grandpa turned it back into a stick. What do you have to say about that? Well, you know what that giant glowing son of a bitch did then? He hit your grandpa square in the jaw. Knocked him clear across the county. And your grandpa got back up, adjusted his jaw, and goes, now it's on. So your grandpa walked 15 miles straight back uphill to the giant glowing son of a bitch in the sky and said, Mr. Giant glowing son of a bitch in the sky, you knocked Grandpa across the county and he ain't gonna have that. So it's on. So you know what your grandpa did? He went back in the house, got himself a rifle, and he shot him. Buried him right next to his dead cat. And that was how your grandpa conquered the Neptunian invasion of New York. Went on to hit Aquaman in the face with a rifle butt, stopping all the Nazis, and named his cat Mr. Squeakles. So that's the next story for you, you